Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back again today with some devastating and sad news in regards to Wisconsin. Wisconsin, one of the best. David Prosser Jr. has passed away. Can I say he's the best? I don't know. I'm not from Wisconsin. I'm right by Wisconsin, but honestly, I have no idea in regards to the views of David Prosser. He is indeed a conservative Republican. He was appointed, I want to believe, by Scott Walker, but we have to go over him. Usually we don't go over judges because you'll see, actually, yeah, he's the former Speaker of Wisconsin State Assembly, which makes him, of course, qualified, and not to mention he does indeed have an electoral history. That's why we have access to his political party. He is formerly a Republican, but he died at the age of 81, just younger than Joe Biden, which shows how unexpected. And seeing, of course, our president right now and his state of mind, a lot of us are concerned about, of course, what if it takes us by surprise where he passes in office? And then, of course, we have Kamala Harris. And I'll guarantee you we'll do more celebrating than mourning for our president. But this is the cuckoo for Cocoa Puff world we live in, right? Are you guys surprised? I'm not. But without further moment ado, let's begin. So, yeah, David Prosser Jr., of course, he is a American lawyer, jurist, Republican politician from Appleton, Wisconsin. Near that, of course, it's a bigger city. It's in a split of counties, Winnebago, Outagamie, and Calumet. But, of course, this is our said representative here. You'll see he is from Appleton. He was a justice of the Wisconsin Supreme Court from 1998 until his retirement in 2016. Prior to joining the court, he served as the 72nd Speaker of the Wisconsin State Assembly during the 1995 to 1996 term. After serving in the Assembly since 1979, period, okay? Prior to becoming Speaker, he led the Republican Assembly Caucus for 3 terms as Minority Leader. Of course, interesting, it goes a big, long... Yeah, he was appointed by Tommy Thompson to a vacant seat on the State Tax Appeals Board, so he wasn't appointed to the Supreme Court yet. Then in 1998 to a vacant seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. There. He was elected to his first 10-year term without opposition in 2001. So supposedly he swept every county expectationally. Good for him, I guess. His re-election in 2010 came at a time of intense partisan attention on the court following the election of Republican Governor Scott Walker and initiated around his signature law, the 2011 Wisconsin Act 10. Prosser narrowly won re-election in that race over Wisconsin Assistant Attorney General Joanne Kloppenburg. You'll see the results of that election just right here. You'll see the election shows, of course, it's kind of similar to the 2023 race. It kind of looks the same, but you'll see very intense race, a very close race. David Prosser barely won. In fact, you'll see the nonpartisan primary results. I don't think they have records on that. Oh, there they are. You'll see the general election. You'll see Prosser swept every county. And we know he swept every county before. He couldn't carry Dane. He couldn't carry Douglas. He couldn't carry Bayfield. And what we know about those counties are the most liberalist counties in the state. Dane has a university, not to mention the capital. But that itself shouldn't be the sole reason on why the county is blue. I get the capital is over 200,000 people. True. But how much does the students play a role in that? You got Douglas County barely going in for his opponent, Miss Kloppenburg. Joanne Kloppenburg, or Judge Kloppenburg in this case. I would assume they're justices. But then you got Bayfield. And Bayfield, very rural. No one lives there. But it's, I would guess, if I had to put a guess in it, it's unionized. Pretty unionized. Of course, we will probably look at Bayfield County more when we discuss the Wisconsin general election results coming up in a few days this week. My goal is, but of course, when we get these more depths and we talk about these worldwide elections, that kind of slows the process down. Not to mention, there might be something going on in the country that we may need to take a separate time in a separate video to talk about. But yes, you'll see. No surprise, the WOW counties in Wisconsin, right down here. Waukesha, Washington, I'm guessing it's right here. And this one county, I don't know. Oh, no, never mind. Wow. Yeah, Washington, I think it's Osaka. But yeah, Waukesha, Osaka, and, of course, Washington. Those are the most conservative. They've been known for the most conservative counties in Wisconsin. Osaki, yes. If I said Osaka, Osaki, that does make sense. Sounds pretty Wisconsin, as they always say. Milwaukee, Osaki, all these different E's in the end. If you're a Wisconsinite, you're probably laughing right now because you know it's true. These are the WOW counties. Key to Republican success, even since the beginning of time and to the current day, you'll see. Even though they're pretty depopulated, these counties are very religious, some of which have a good Catholic minority. I don't know if there's a minority in the state, but there are pretty Catholic counties. These 2-3 counties are. They used to be Democrat strongholds, but back then, these 3 WOW counties, the Democrat Party used to be conservative. And while the Republican Party of Wisconsin, under Robert La Follette, was running the GOP at the time, these counties heavily resisted his left-wing progressivism. So, yeah, these counties will, despite the population, very big, these counties will always pretty much be conservative. Rest your soul on that. You'll see, yes, this is, of course, the election. You'll see, of course, when all those judges are gone, all the judges in this said regard. Like, you got the runoff in April, and it seems Wisconsin always has an election in April. But yes, those April elections, no surprise here. Well, kind of a surprise. David Prosler Jr., who did pretty well with the said election in the big first round, he wins, barely. And you'll see a very hard time to see him win because you'll see, then again, Kloppenberg had solidified the West. But it's possible. Didn't the West go solidly for Barack Obama in 2008? That's something that a lot of people would scratch their heads on. Obviously, with the West, near Dane County, and over here, near Iowa, these are big Union counties over here. They can still win. Republicans still win. Ashland County, surprise, surprise, went to Prosler in the first round, solidly going for Kloppenberg in the said general election. Dane County hasn't really changed there. But I'll tell you, these 2 counties right here, 70%. The 3 counties, the WOW counties, 70%. Not a surprise, or are we surprised? No. Sure, technically you got Florence County up here rating the most conservative according to 2020, and probably in 2024, as I am aware, the Waukesha County is below 60% in the 2024 election results. But that, despite not being the most conservative, they do give Republican Party the steam to win there. That's why a lot of people say they are pretty renowned for being conservative. But yes, you get what I'm saying here. Yes. Even with Dane County and the surrounding farmlands, far outside, even Milwaukee's not even 60-70% closing in. That kind of, if that was the case, we would have had a different story. Kloppenberg would have been the winner, but poor turnout. It's like 50% in the said area, which is obviously disappointing for her. But anyway, this is pretty much the electoral history of David Prosser. This is pretty much it. This is the election history. United States House of Representatives, Supreme Court election, 2001. He won unopposed, very well, going against scattering opponents. And, of course, the Wisconsin election. You got the nonpartisan primary, doing very well there. The general election, and then you got the recount. So apparently, this election went into a recount. And how did that go? It didn't really change the knob at all. Instead, maybe it benefited Miss Kluttenberg a little bit. She gained a couple more votes, but the results still remain the same. So what do you guys think in regards to our video? Let me know down below. And as always, I will see you all in the next political episode. Rest in peace, David Prosser.